You're now listening to the best music.
Feel the freshness. Feel the freshness.
Happy Friday, family. Welcome to the Africa Today's show with me, Iwatan Longoria, and the one and only Mr. Newsom in the building, a continuation of the conversation that we were talking about almost the whole week, but literally yesterday, the Gateway Protocol and the fact that life is an illusion. I hope you all had a beautiful, magical, productive week and you're excited for the weekend as we should be. But welcome to the Black Hot Fire Radio Network, media of the 21st century. Remember to download our app on the Google Play Store. Stream on www.blackhotfirenetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements, apparel, clothing with the Black Hot Fire Radio logo on it. Remember, health is wealth. So definitely, if you're using your Android device, kindly download our app on the Google Play Store. If you're using the iPhone or your computer, kindly stream on www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. But remember, you are the change you need to see in the world. Excited for this conversation on the Africa Today's show today.
What is it that they told you? Telling me how to be fully in the corner, telling me how to be fully in
You're now listening to the best music.
Feel the freshness.
For the ones who are joining me live on YouTube, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome again to the Africa Today's show with me, Emerton Longoria, and Mr. Newsom as he's joining me right away. And the conversation is the Gateway Protocol and life is an illusion. That was the conversation yesterday. It's a continuation of what we were talking about. And we'll go delve deeper into it right away today here on the Africa Today's show.
What is it that they told you? Telling me how beautiful you look, or you telling me how beautiful you
That's so true, Jason. How are you doing, Jason Hill? I definitely agree with you. I was talking with my colleague today about how the week has gone so far. It's so true. Time be moving so quickly. I don't know what's happening, but hey, better days are here, literally.
What is it that they told you? Telling me how beautiful you look, or you telling me how beautiful
I will start actually right away by just playing a short video before Mr. Newsom joins us right away. But I hope everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, wherever you're at, great night, wherever I am at right now in the 254 Nairobi, Kenya. And I hope you all are literally downloading our app on the Google Play Store as you stream on www.blackhotfireradionetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements and apparel clothing with the Black Hot Fire Radio logo on it. We do have the likes of hoodies, sandal slides, mags, bags with the Black Hot Fire Radio logo on it. So I'm going to play a short video of the supplements we do have to give you a hint of what you should definitely be expecting as you're definitely taking this amazing supplement out on your end.
Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
$23.90, where you'll also take a look at the health and benefits of multivitamin.
Fuel your body with complete multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just 1 tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
$32.90. How are you doing, Cases William? Peace to you too. Before Mr. Newsom joins us right away, I'll just hear a video of what we were talking about yesterday to give us an understanding of where we at and the main conversation about the gateway process.
The States military is always looking for new ways to create super soldiers. They use performance-enhancing and mind-altering drugs. They're currently experimenting with brain implant technology. They've even explored genetic engineering to try and breed the perfect soldier. But those are nothing compared to what happened in 1983 when Lieutenant Colonel Wayne McDonnell submitted a very unusual and detailed report to the U.S. Army Intelligence. It was called Analysis and Assessment of Gateway Process. This is a step-by-step guide on how to achieve an out-of-body experience for the purpose of intelligence gathering. But Colonel McDonnell's report went much further than that. An advanced gateway participant cannot just project their consciousness through different...
Hello, Mr. Newsom. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Better. Blissful. I'm feeling magical today.
All right.
Yes. You're
What's up?
good? That's
I'm
what's
good.
happening. Yes. Had a great day. Are you having a great day?
I don't know about great, but I'm having a decent day every time.
Okay, a decent day. That's relative, so that's okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Better days are here.
All right.
Yes, as it should be.
I hear you.
So welcome to another conversation of the Gateway Protocol and the fact that life is an illusion. I was waiting for you to join us.
Life is an illusion. But you're playing a video, weren't you?
Yeah, I was playing a video. Should I continue with the video?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Or what the video is referencing.
Okay.
in place, they could pull their consciousness completely out of this reality. They could travel anywhere in the universe and at any point in time. The report revealed that our universe doesn't actually exist. It's a construct created by our mind. By using the gateway process, you can exit the construct and see reality for what it really is. The 30-page gateway report was immediately classified for one simple reason. Anyone can learn to do it, even you. McDonald's analysis and assessment of gateway process gets right to the point. There are alternate states of reality and other dimensions that exist outside our physical world and outside of time itself.
It sounds like I'm gonna need a brain bucket for this one.
Oh yeah, this is the strangest military report I've ever read. I'm surprised it's not still classified. According to the
Funny part, none of this is strange. This is no ancient. This is funny part. White people, all this is strange. This has been known. This ain't even new. This is new to these people. This ain't even new. This ain't even new science. This has been known for thousands of years. That's what makes it so funny. It's new to them. So when they learn something new, it's all, oh, look at this. This is amazing. Blah, blah, blah. This is ancient. This has already been known for thousands of years. For any of your groupie religions, this has been known that this is an illusion, that none of these things exist. You exist in a holographic universe, and that there's no such thing as death because you are an eternal being. This has already been known. So, them going crazy, African been through this. Go there, Tom.
Alrighty.
Now, if you think that sounds paranormal or like New Age mumbo jumbo, you're not wrong. Even Colonel McDonald was aware that this was the impression his report would give. So he starts off by grounding his research in science. McDonald consults Itzhak Bentov, a well-respected biomedical engineer, to help him understand the physical aspect of the process. He uses quantum mechanics to describe the nature of human consciousness, and he employs both classical and theoretical physics to explain the out-of-body phenomenon. But most importantly, the report gives step-by-step instructions about how to have a gateway experience. Follow these instructions, and you can learn to astrally project, visit other dimensions, and even slip in and out of time. This is why the military was drawn to it and studied it for years. If the United States could train a unit of psychic spies that could project their consciousness anywhere unnoticed, that would be very effective at gathering intelligence. Still, McDonald knew his report would be difficult to believe, but he really thought it could be done.
There is a sound, rational basis in terms of physical science parameters for considering Gateway to be plausible in terms of its essential objectives. Intuitional insights of not only personal but of a practical and professional nature would seem to be within bounds of reasonable expectations.
My brain bucket, it's gonna fill up fast.
It is. You better have a spare bucket handy. The Gateway process is a training system developed in the 70s by the Monroe Institute in Virginia. Colonel McDonald, along with other military personnel, went through the week-long training.
Pause that. Now, I learned about this years ago. Then I was 21 because Rob Monroe had wrote 3 books called The Body Experience. Let me get them all right. Journey Out of the Body, far out of the body, and out of the body. First was out of the body, far out of the body, but it was 3 books he wrote, and I read all 3 of them. And then I tried to do it. At that time, I could never do it. I was like, dang, man, this shit don't work.
Okay.
But at that time, I was still scared because I was just coming out of this goopy Christian nonsense. So I was still scared to find what I find outside my body. I say, would the devil be there waiting on my ass? Right? So I was always scared as I was implementing. I didn't have the sound he did yet with the Gateway Complete protocol, but I was trying to do it without the shutting out different hemisphere or shooting different vibration into your different right, left hemispheres of your brain.
Right.
That's when I would get close. I got scared because I still was in my Christian paradigm. Even though I said I got rid of it until I was 19 and 20, I still had the residual effect at that time. Okay, these journeys out of the body. Journeys out of the body, versus out of the body, journeys out of the body, and I can't remember all of them. I read all 3 of them, but he says that tells you how to do it, but without the protocol. But I was always scared when I felt my body vibrate. I thought, it started to leave my body. It was scaring me to death because I didn't know. I was always scared to see whatever I would see outside my dimension, outside my space and time. So it scared me to death until my body would stop vibrating and it would ruin the whole thing because you can't be fearful while you're trying to leave your body, you know. Because we know ancient Africans, the Africans talked about this 1,000 years ago. But I didn't know nothing about that yet. I was just on a journey. And the funny part about it, what led me to his book, what's going on, Cash? What's going on, Jason? What led me to his book, Out of the Body, I was reading another book because I was caught into the UFO stuff. It all connects. So I was being led that way by the creator. You guys remember Ridley Strieber? He had a book back in the late 80s, early 90s called Communion. So as I was reading Communion, Ridley Strieber was reading Robert Monroe's book, and he mentioned it in his book Communion. So as I was reading Communion, Ridley Strieber mentioned he was reading Robert Monroe's book, Out of Body Experience, Out of the Body. So I put down Communion and went and bought, because at that time it was only one book. Eventually Robert Monroe published all three of his books. I read all of them, but at that time I found that so fascinating that I put down Communion and went and bought Out of the Body. Because I said, what? And not knowing at that time all this stuff connects. It's all connecting. The alien nonsense and the out of the body experience. But I didn't know that yet, man. I'm only 21. I didn't know how all this connects. So I've been led down this path of discovery. Cause I know nothing about no Anunnaki yet or none of this shit. All I knew was that the Jesus thing was fake, right? So I didn't know how all this reality connected. I do now, but I didn't then. And so it's funny how the y'all was leading me to this information, you know, of deconstruction, of deconstructing reality, and trying to figure out what actually goes on, what's actually happening in our time and space. And so I had put down Communion, because Communion was trippy, right? Willie Strieber, you guys know Willie Strieber was a writer. He wrote horror books. And some of his books became movies. He was talking about he was being visited by these grays, right? By these gray aliens. And so that was trippy to me. I was like, being visited by gray aliens? What the hell? So as I was reading that book, he referenced Robert Monroe. Robert Monroe. So I thought that so funny. I went and put down Communion. Do this for me real quick here, Tom, so you see what I'm talking about. Say images of the book. Go to another tab. I'm going to say images of the book Communion by Whitley Strieber. Images of the book Communion. Because just the visuals of that book stopped me. You know. Just the images of the book, images of. You got it? Yeah, share it with us.
Okay. There you go.
Can't see it yet. Yeah, see if you can make. Yeah, see if you can make it now. It's showing now. See if you can make it. See if you can click on it and make it larger a little bit. Yeah,
all right.
That face. There you go. That face.
That face.
There you go. Yeah, that alien face. So when I was reading this book, all this stuff is interconnected. It's amazing. So I was being led out of the Christian Sandy. There you go. So the book Communion, but it was a different color back then. That time it was like a brownish kind of color title, but you know they changed the title.
The brownish color?
Yeah, back then my book was a brownish color. It wasn't blue. It had a brownish cover. But it doesn't matter. It's the same book. I'm saying the same face. I remember my book. Yeah, that one. That's what I had right there. Yeah. So, and so in this book, he references Robert Monroe and the Gateway Protocol and have an out-of-body experience. I was like, wow, what? So I stopped. Even though, eventually, of course, finished reading this book here, I put the book down and went and got the damn Robert Monroe book. And Robert Monroe was explaining what happened to him, that he was an executive in 1958. And he had went to sleep. He wasn't trying to do anything. And he thought he was going insane. So Robert Monroe came home one night with him and his wife from a party in 1958. And they proceeded to go to sleep. And as he went to sleep, he woke up outside of his body. He's like, oh, shit, what's going on? He found himself out of his body, but he was scared to tell his wife because she thought she would think he was crazy. So it kept happening, not every night, but with a level of frequency to him. So he thought maybe he was going to lose his mind. Of course, he was scared to tell people that he was leaving his damn body. He didn't know what the hell was going on. So, even he contemplated maybe he was out of his mind. So he went to get psychiatric help. He thought he might, he might be a nut. So he found himself outside of his body. So he thought he might be some kind of a nut. And so when he finally confided in a friend and told him, say, I know you're going to think I'm crazy. I know you're going to think this some real out the way stuff. Like you said, I've never been prone to nonsense and craziness. So nothing like this. No, I couldn't explain this. This what led him down the rabbit hole of discovery and led to the Gateway Protocols, right? So this is how this thing all started with him. So he confided in a friend. I still remember the book, I read all things. So he confided in a friend, said, man, I know you don't think I'm crazy, but I'm not. Because I had to make sure I wasn't dreaming or I was under hallucinations or something. He said, for some strange reason, I keep leaving my body. He said, what do you mean leaving your body? What the hell are you talking about? Instead of white person, what the hell are you talking about? We ain't leaving your body. What the hell are you talking about? See, the African knew this 1,000 years ago. This has been normal to us. The white society, since they have no spirituality, this is, like you said, he cut all these fake religions. Like he said, he's going to take all the fake religions that he grew up, or he learned that all of them are fake. So he confides in his friend. So he says, I'm leaving my body. I'm scared to death. I don't know what to do. I can't tell my wife because I don't want to think. I want her to think that I'm crazy. He said, okay, man, I never heard nothing. Of course, his friend being white. I never heard nothing like this. This sounds like some Eastern. He said, this is like some Eastern shit, like from India or Buddhism. He said, I've never heard anything like this. So that's what his friend is telling him. He said, well, so they discussed. They said, well, okay, let me put you in touch with a hypnotist. And so this is when the white people finally started to first ponder past life regression and going into past lives and learn hypnosis as a science.
Right.
So he didn't want to believe, like, I don't want to be in no trippy, non-crazy stuff. He said, no, Robert, just go there with an open mind and see what happens. And so he said, this is a psychiatrist. This is a trained doctor, trained professional. This is not no carnival barker. He's telling him. This is not no carnival barker. You find in a carnival. This is a trained scientist. This is a psychiatrist, a doctor. So he goes there, and the doctor puts him under massive hypnosis. And so Robert finds all these things about his past lives, who he used to be, because he didn't remember. He doesn't believe in none of this. He was a Christian, so all this stuff is messing his paradigm up. So he's all messed up. So he tells the psychiatrist, stop. This is too much. I can't take all this information. This is too outlandish. Because he's scared, like he mentioned later on, he's scared to death. Remember, he's a Christian. All this stuff is destroying his fake paradigm. His belief system is being destroyed. And like you said, now, of course, later on he becomes very proficient in all this knowledge. But at that time, he wasn't. Like you said, he was a nutty Christian. He was scared to death of the things he was learning. He was past his his level of awareness, his level of consciousness, how the world really works. He was caught in the Christian insanity nonsense. And so it scared him to death. He said, hey, stop, enough. No more. So at that time, Robert was scared. He left the psychologist, the psychologist office. Like he said, he didn't know what to think. He's like, oh my God, I'm even more messed up now that I went to see this damn professional. I'm more messed up in the head. I don't know what the hell's going on. He's telling me about past lives, me living, how do I live other lives? What's going on? Because remember, white people are they're anal, right? They're caught in groupie superstitions, they're anal. So this is blowing his mind and destroying his world view. And he can't have that. White people need things structured. Remember, they're anal. They need structure. Everything's got to be structured, order. And so this is destroying his order. And so goes back home, still doesn't tell his wife. He's all messed up. He's contemplating suicide. He's like, something wrong with me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right? So this nut is contemplating suicide. And so his friend, he talked to his friend, he said, Robert, just when you leave your body, just go see what happens. Embrace it. Don't be scared of, just embrace it. See what happens. Because obviously now you've got no control of it. You say it keeps happening. It keeps happening to you randomly. So just embrace it and go on an adventure with it. See how far your limits can go.
Okay.
And so at that time, so Robert's like, man, I don't know about no limits. So the next time he leaves his body, because I love the evolution that he has through all three books. By the third book, he's got the Gateway Protocol. He's talking to different entities. This dude's going to other dimensions. Well, I don't think he's going to other dimensions because he's white. I think he's only going to what we call, like I said, the astral realm. Because he finds out he can't go to certain spaces. There's an invisible barrier that he can't cross. And him being white, and I didn't know that yet. I said, him being a non-human being, he can only go to the astral realm, the end of the astral, the astral realm, which is another illusion. They can only go so far. They can't go past the illusion. Right? Because they're made in the illusion. As black people, we're made before this illusion exists. We are timeless. They're made inside this illusion, so they cannot ever supersede the illusion. So that's what I found out when later on as I learned more. Because so he leaves his body. And so he tells his mind, okay, I want to go to England. At that time, he was living in Virginia. The next thing you know, his body goes, poof. He calls it a shift. He was making all these definitions of what things happen. He said, so my energy shifted. Next thing you know, I'm outside somebody's house in England. He said he scared them because they thought he was a ghost because they could pick up his energy, and him being in a room with these people scared the shit out of him. He said, oh, there's a ghost in here. They were talking about him because he was outside of his body in etheric form. He was in non-physical form. He was in etherical form, which you would call the ghostly realm. And so the person could pick up his energy and scare them, oh, I think there's a ghost in here. And he started laughing to himself. But he said it made him shift again. Next time he was back in Virginia inside his house, hovering over his wife, right? So he knew it was nothing to be scared of at that time. He said, wow, that was some weird shit, right? He said, some weird shit. He said, so now he's going to start investigating on this new phenomenon that he's experiencing. Now he's not scared. He wants to invest. Now he don't think he's crazy and wants to commit suicide because now he's getting the validation that it's real. That's not in his mind. because the validation he was in England, and the person felt his presence. So now he knows it's real and that he's not crazy. He doesn't understand how he's able to do it, but he now knows it's real. It's not made up. He's not a nut. He's not a kook. Now he understands what he's doing is actually real. He's in another dimension, in space and time, outside of his body. Which this is normal. This is normal. This is not like this is anything new. The Africans been talking about this thousands of years ago. So he goes back home again, and now he wants to sit down and talk to his wife. You know, he doesn't know. He's scared that she might leave his ass. I don't know how she's gonna take it. Is she gonna look at that time they had kids? Is she gonna leave me? If I tell her I'm able to leave my body, is she gonna say I'm conjuring demons? Because remember, they're still Christian. So he's like, is my wife gonna say I'm conjuring demons? Is she gonna say I'm in cahoots with the devil? Right? How's she gonna take this?
Right.
Because this is going through his mind. How's she gonna take this? Is she gonna say I'm in cahoots with Satan? Right. Because I'm gonna tell my wife I'll be leaving my body at night, or sometimes even during the day. So man, this is 1958. You know how narrow-minded, closed-minded white society was then? Non-spiritual, all religious, based in religion and racism. Had a spiritual bone in their body. See, they confuse spirituality with religion. One has nothing to do with the other. Religion is so far away from spirituality. We know that as African people, they don't. So he's patient. He's scared to tell. He finally tells her. He lets her know, said, I need to tell you something. She said, well, what is it, Robert? What's going on? He's all scared. You know, thinks he might got cancer or some shit, right? Right. You got cancer? He said, no, it's not cancer. So finally he just comes out and said, listen, you know the night a few months ago when we came back from this party, from this corporate party? I said, yeah, what about it? He said, when we first got in the bed and some strange phenomenon happened to me. As I went to sleep, I rose out of my body. She's like, what do you talking? What do you mean you rose out of your body? What are you talking about? You take a sleeping pill? Take a sleeping pill? What do you mean? What are you talking about? So she's like, no, I left my body. My spirit left my body. He said, and I remember he said her eyes glazed over like it looked like he was crazy. Like he said, no, I'm not crazy. I've already went to a psychiatrist. He says, nothing wrong with me mentally. All my mental faculties work. And so she gets up, because remember, she's putting the religious thing with his experience. So she can't process what his experience is, because she's equating it again with demons and the devil. What kind of stuff have you been doing behind my back, Robert? So she goes into that nonsense. What kind of things have you been doing behind my back that I don't know of? What's been transgressing behind my back? He said, nothing. Came home and I left my body. So his wife is scared to death. And if I remember the book, she leaves the house like a couple of days because she's all messed up in the head. You know, she can't fathom him saying this because they're caught up in this goofy Christian paradigm. It has nothing to do with any real knowledge. Like he tells later on in his life, I was caught in that fake religion for years. And I know without a doubt it's all lies. He got old enough to, so I know without a doubt it's lies. Back then I didn't know. I was a young adult. I didn't know it was scared me to death. But now I tell you unequivocally that religion is garbage. It's all lies. There is no Jesus and all this other nonsense they tell you does not exist. So anyway, at that time, he didn't know it didn't exist. So his wife is scared. They leave. She leaves the house, comes back because he thinks she's going to divorce his ass. At that time, they got young kids. So she asks, okay, if this is happening to you, I want you to document. I want you to prove to me that it's happening to you. So I don't think you're crazy and I got to leave you or you're nut and you're conjuring demons. Right? Right. I want you, when it happens, I want you to prove to me any kind of sign. And so it happened and she was up, right? She was up. So he went and stood beside her and blew in her face. He blew in her face. And she was like, she went up. At first she didn't realize it. And then her brain understood. Then she said, Robert, is this you? Of course she couldn't. So he tried blowing her face again. And it scared her to death. Because remember, she said, I want you to prove it to me. So when he left the body, he went beyond. I think she's like washing dishes or something. I can't remember. I think she's washing dishes, doing some kind of chore. And he blew in her face. And she felt like the bug. She felt it. And first she didn't pay no attention. Then she understood. She said, oh, Robert, is this you? And he blew in her face again to say, yes, it's me. And so she said, okay, okay, I think this is you. I don't know. I can't hear you. I think this is you. And so she grabs a paper, an old paper that I guess, back then they had newspapers that delivered. And sometimes you didn't throw them away immediately. So she went and got a paper and pulled it up and read the date. And wanted him to, when he said, when you re-enter your body, I want you to tell me the date. The year and date of the newspaper I'm holding up. And so later on, when he gets back in his body, he goes run to her. She said, was that you that blew in my face? I said, yes, that was me. I say, okay, well, tell me the date, the month and date of the newspaper. So he proceeds to tell her the date, the month and date, December the 12th, November the 8th, whatever it was back then, I can't remember. She's like, oh my God, you're not lying. Oh my, remember, she still didn't believe him. Being married to him, she still didn't, what kind of marriage is this? But she didn't believe him. And so when he came back and told her the date, he told her the picture that was on the newspaper. He said, this is the picture that you held up. This is the date. And she was like, oh my God. How do we explain this? Because remember, she's still a Christian. She still can't give her that Christian nonsense because it doesn't jive with the religion. So, but yeah, I just wanted to go through that. So that's how he begins his journey, guys. And at the end, he ends up getting so advanced that the CIA comes calling for his protocol. He gets so advanced at merging the right and left hemisphere, right, that the CIA comes calling and wants to know how to do it themselves. Because in his books, he starts to understand that this is an illusion. But he doesn't know. I don't think Robert Monroe ever comes to the conclusion when he's leaving the physical plane of existence that he's going to another illusion. He's going what they call the ether, but the lower form of the etheric world is called the astral plane, which is also an illusion, which is also an illusionary world. So, because he would go against the illusionary world, and it's places he couldn't go, he could see, it was like a visible wall there, and he couldn't go past.
Right.
And that's because he's a non-melanated being. I didn't know that yet. I didn't know none of this shit yet about being the melanated, non-melanated. What does it mean? They can never go past what we call the astral plane because they're not created by true God. So that's why when they have DMT, you know, when they try to, because they pineal glands are calcified. You know, when they try to do DMT, remember the white people always try to do DMT trips, and when black people you guys remember when Zoe said he did it? He seen the nature of reality. Africans always say, black people say we see God. We actually go back to source. We see the ancestors. We see the nature of reality. White people always say they see demons and things pecking at them and all kind of crazy shit happening, right? Because they're disconnected. They're created within the illusion. We are before the illusion. We are space and time as black beings. Melanin is space and time. We sit outside the illusion. They're created in this illusion. So they can never go higher than the illusion. Their frequency will never allow them to go above the illusion. Let me show these.
Alright.
You're trying to.
We also have some comments here.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Jason Hill saying, my mother read that book, and also he's saying, my mother loved the story about Hannibal and how did he move 10 or 20,000 elephants to the elves and end up dying, committing suicide or something young. And also, Jiba Jabba, how are you doing? Jason Hill is also saying, we fell and got locked into this prison illusion, the most strongest gods, us. And then, how are you doing, Royal Constructor? Welcome to the Africa Today show. We also have Jiba Jabba saying, there is a Star Trek episode where Kirk gets teleported into inner space, the zone between dimensions, and he's stuck between matter and antimatter. Similar concept. That's
simple. Yeah, it is.
And also we have Emil A. How are you doing? He's saying, I've had out-of-body experiences, but during those experiences, I don't have control of my body. It just floats wherever.
Oh, you must be in a dream, email. When you're dreaming, you leave your body. That happened when I was younger. I didn't know what it was. I would dream and leave my body. Didn't know that was actually real. That was me leaving my body. And that's why they give you the VACCNEs for black people to stop, because all African children have this child to play or move. I'll talk about this. That's why they come with they try to lock down your powers as black people with the vaccine.
Right. Also, to
because it destroys.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're saying, okay. We have Jason Hill saying, damn, 1958, my first brother Larry Jr. was born and he passed in early 2000. And also we do have Jiba Jabber. Hello Joby, how are you doing? We don't put up Jiba Jabber. I'm not understanding what Jiba Jabber is saying. At all. At all. I don't know what he's saying in the comments. Maybe Mr. Newsom, you can expound.
I can't read them on my phone. I can't read the comments. If I have you guys read them, I can't read them every time.
What if I share on the screen? Can you read it?
No.
No. Okay.
Sadly not.
Jiba Jabba, what are you talking about? Expound more. Those are the comments, Mr. Newsom.
But he probably messed up his black job. So okay. So let me share this one video right here. You tell the truth. Let me share this. So this is what Jason is saying. I'm gonna share this one. I want you to play this video right here. So
okay.
This is what I was telling you yesterday. How the Africans did put some of the truth in your Bible and also in the Quran, because they wrote both these goofy books. They're forced to write both these nonsensical nonsense.
Right.
So play this video I just sent you right here, John. Play the one I just sent you right there.
Okay.
What I'm looking for.
Okay. I'm gonna play that video right away. I believe it's definitely explaining about what we are talking about right now.
That's the white guy talking, but what he's saying is correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna look it up right away.
This one right here.
Is it the one about Steve?
The one I just sent you, the last one I just sent you.
Yeah, okay.
The last one I just sent you. This one right here. This is going to talk about the calcified pineal gland.
Okay.
Found it?
Can you allow me a moment to look that up?
Yeah, take your time. Why the link don't never let you go to the link I sent you?
Because you're sending it to my phone.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
I
I
have to
asked
look
Joby
it
how
up.
to do it. Yeah, okay, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just take the title then. Yeah, just type in the title from your phone and it'll pop up on TikTok. Title something on there.
Okay.
So he's telling you how the Bible's alive, but how this is an illusion. How the spirit goes down from ether down into the body. African knew that. All this, he's showing you that this is also in the Bible. Like I said, you still got esoteric knowledge in the Bible. When the Africans were forced to create it, they knew it was garbage, but they still put real. They say, okay, who's ever reading it, and if we get somebody that's knowledgeable enough, who's learning, they'll pick this up. They'll get it. They'll understand what we're really saying here. They won't take the exoteric that this fake ass story about some white man walking with a dirty robe and fucked up feet. They'll know that that's made up. They'll know that we put some real stuff in there. They'll get it because they got a high enough vibration and they're seeking if the knowledge will find them inside the rest of this garbage.
Honestly, I can't find it, Mr. Newsom.
Wow. Okay. You can't. The title doesn't say what it is. When you go to search bar inside TikTok and do the same title that's under.
Okay, let me try that again.
See if you do this one then. So you get this one.
But Jibber Jabba is saying whatever he's talking about is about plants that are manipulated.
Or just type the link information in there.
Okay.
Bible.
The Book of Wisdom, I believe so.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I think that's it. He's just explaining what we're saying, that you're an etheric being person. Huh?
All right. I'm gonna share this right away.
Okay.
I believe it's here.
There you go. Yeah, it's one of those. He's letting you know that you are an etheric being, and that you felt, as Jason was saying, you fell in the skin. You felt when your vibration lowered, you fell into the physical.
Right.
Because the body is just a magnetic field around your around your soul, Iraton.
Mm.
Body's a magnetic field that traps your soul. You're in a soul trap. As you raise your vibration, the body can't hold your soul anymore. It comes out anyway. That's why those guys, when they meditate, they can leave their bodies at
Seven
will.
vortexes which our consciousness feeds
Hey,
into our
there you go.
body. You have a mental, astral, etheric, and physical body. They exist
That's it,
within the
Iraton.
etheric plane,
Okay.
which binds your
Yeah.
spirit to your physical form. Hence why
Right.
in the Bible they are known as the seven seals. It
Seals.
states the Lamb is worthy of opening the seventh seal, because the Lamb is Aries, and Aries rules the head
Yeah,
region. to
yeah. The
open
lamb is
seven
not the
seals.
lamb is Aries. It's all
They're called
astrology.
seven
The
seals
African.
because
Pause
they
it. Pause it.
seal your
Pause it.
Okay.
Pause
universal
it. Pause it. Pause it.
intelligence.
All African. That's all. Lamb ain't got nothing to do with any fake Jesus. Lamb is a lamb because everything is cycles of time, Iraton. So astrology is a cycle. Astrology is the cycle of time. Aries. Aries is the lamb. So Africans understood that everything is cyclical. So what he's saying, your body goes through certain cycles, and you can get trapped down here in the physical realm. And when they were writing your Goopy Bible, they were putting real shit in there. They would
Right.
call you the seven seals and said those are your seven melanated centers or chakras, as they call them. Really, it's your seven melanated series to rise your melanin series back up so you can escape the body and go back to the etheric, so your body will go back to the etheric world. Go ahead.
All right.
Your invisible consciousness. Stop working on your chakras and work on your mind, because your mind is the reason why your chakras are being abused or unbalanced. Each chakra has a vice which you need to turn to a virtue in order for them to be balanced. Saturn, Satan, the devil. This is why the devil's always red, because it's the root chakra, which is
Low
low
chakra.
frequency.
It's a low
This is to do
vibration.
with your survival. You descended from spirit to matter. Now you need to
Yeah.
climb the stairway to heaven, which is your spine, and go from matter to spirit. Heaven is even. This is why Jesus is pointed at the heart chakra, which is the balance point. When your vortexes are balanced, you have a deeper connection with your universal intelligence. Your higher self will have an easier job manifesting itself throughout the body. The world is stuck in the lower three energy centers: lust, food, and power. Instead, we want to aim to use the higher parts of the body: expression, intuition, and wisdom.
Oh,
The Book of Wisdom. This book goes along with your Bible and tells you the truth about
what happened? I'm sorry, guys.
That's
The
okay.
chakras
Goes
are
on
not
with
what
your
you
body.
think.
There's
Seven
the truth about
vortexes
your.
which our
Yeah.
consciousness feeds into our physical body. You have a mental,
Yeah.
astral, etheric, and physical body. They
Physical
exist
body.
within the etheric plane, which binds your spirit to your physical form. Hence why in the Bible they are known as the seven seals. It states the Lamb is worthy of opening the seventh seal, because the Lamb is Aries, and Aries rules the head region to open the seventh seal, the seventh chakra. They're called the seven seals because they seal your universal intelligence, your invisible consciousness. Stop working on your chakras and work on your mind, because your mind is the reason why your chakras are being abused or unbalanced. Each chakra has a vice which you need to turn to a virtue in order for them to be balanced. Saturn, Satan, the devil. This is why the devil's always red, because it's the root chakra, which is low frequency. This is to do with your survival. You descended from spirit to matter. Now you need to climb the stairway to heaven, which is your spine, and go from matter to spirit. Heaven is even. This is why Jesus is pointed at the heart.
There's something really important to say there. Like the lower self is explained into power, food, and sex, and also higher self is wisdom, intuition, expression, and love. I think I had posed on that.
Heart chakra, which is the balance point. When your vortexes are balanced, you have a deeper connection with your universal intelligence. Your higher self will have an easier job manifesting itself throughout the body. The world is stuck in the lower three energy centers: lust, food, and power. Instead, we want to aim to use the higher parts of the body: expression, intuition, and wisdom.
the Book of Wisdom. This book goes along with your Bible and tells you the truth about who you really are and what this world is really all about. This book right here. It quotes the scriptures and tells you what the real meaning is in these scriptures. You see, when the Bible was first introduced, only from the Vatican, that's where it come from, Rome, that's where the Bible come from. Only the priests were allowed to read the scriptures to you. You can read them. They weren't for you to read or to understand. If you want to know what it's all about, the truth, you want to get this book of wisdom. I put a link in the description where you can order this book directly. Now, you're going to love this book. And this is for people who want to know the truth. You see, everybody's not ready for the truth. Everybody don't want to know the truth. Some people love living in the dark. You know, have you heard that term? Ignorance is bliss. Some people just want to be ignorant. But there are some people who want to know the absolute truth.
They are trapping your soul in the earth. Your body is a technological computer running the simulation to your mind, your consciousness. You do not experience the external world. You only experience the electrical impulses on your nervous system. You do not look into reality. What you see is an image produced by the visual cortex in your brain. You're only experiencing the brain and the central nervous system, not the world. The body is the earth. This is why the word heart is earth, because when the heart stops, you leave this veil of consciousness. The head is called the temple because this is where God resides. This is where the mind is, the invisible consciousness which has access to the other higher dimensions of consciousness. They have tricked you into materialism. They've tricked you into believing that you are only the physical body, which traps your mind in physicality. The mind can go forward and backwards in time, which means it exists outside of the third dimension, outside of time, space, and matter. But your body is a part of the third dimensional construct, which means it can only stay in the present moment. It cannot go in the past or future, just like your mind can. The devil is the de-veil. They want your mind stuck to the physicality, stuck in third dimensional awareness. This is why they get you addicted to all of the physical pleasures, food, lust, money, and all material things, so that your mind keeps entertained by physical things.
It literally makes sense that the media is always pushing these things, always, every day.
When you die, your mind will still have the same addictions from when it was in the physical plane. This means it will come back and reincarnate.
That's why you're reincarnating.
Physicality.
Exactly. You're reincarnated. But they gotta reincarnate. Yeah, you got it. Exactly. You keep coming back over and over again because you're feeding energy of this thing, this demiurge. Okay, but let it last bit I just sent you here, John. Let that one.
The next one, I'll write it. Let me find it.
All addictions and detach from the external world. This body is just a veil on top of your consciousness.
Like we told you, this is a white guy, and they never teach you the whole truth. They never want to say about them. Because remember, they got calcified. He told you your brain is in a dimension. That's your pineal gland. When the Google told you, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Right? We know that's a fact. So, if you got a calcified pineal gland, you're not going no inner dimension, nothing. There's only so far you can go. You can only stay within the illusion, the lower part of the etheric field. They come back over and over again, guys, until there's no more, until this matrix is completely dissolved. They come back whether they like it or not, because they don't vibrate high enough to go past this illusion. They don't vibrate high enough to go past the etheric world. I mean, the lower version of the etheric, which is the astral plane. See, for that, baby, you must have real melanin. You must have EU melanin, you must have neuromelanin, which they told you to hate. You must be melanated, baby. Oh, here you go. Yeah. So listen to him. He's telling you what I told you about them. That they're see, they keep trying to go to these other dimensions, so they use drugs to do it. It's called DMT. So because their pineal gland doesn't create melanin and DMT. So when they go on these DMT trips to try to go other dimensions, they always see demonic shit and robots. And black people always see what? The ancestors, the source of everything, the creator. You don't see no fake Jesus, because that's fake. You see the reality of what's real. You see your ancestors. You see, you try to connect back with true source, for the love, because You're just going back to your natural state before you entered the physical and got trapped in this reincarnation trap of dying and coming back, dying and coming back, dying and coming back. They see only the illusion because they can never leave it. They're created here in the illusion. It's about vibration. So go ahead, Airtime.
All right.
I only see robotic elves, and while we see the divine, it's going to be diving into the numerous stories and accounts given by pale skins during their
trying to get spirits
and situations
trying to get melanin from the
getting down to the root of why they all seem to have the same seemingly disconnected experience, when more melanated people always have more spiritual experience, and what that's indicative of. All right. You ever notice how them people do DMT and come back talking about, I saw machine elves. There were robots made of fractals and gears. They downloaded me with data. But when a melanated soul hits that same portal, they say, I met the ancestors. A black goddess spoke to me. I was taken into a void of infinite harmony. So what's the difference? Let me tell you. First, melanin is not just pigment. It's a biological key. A collapsed capacitor. It stores memory.
Pause that. Like I just said, capacitor of light, conductor of light. That's a fact. You know, they try to lie to you now on Google. They used to tell you it was. Now they won't tell you. You are light itself. All you are, carbon is light. All you are is light shrunk down in physicality. You are the creator of the universe. You are that. That's why you're melanin. The creator is dark. Sits in darkness. The universe is dark. The creator is dark. You can't have light without the darkness. Light comes from the dark. That's why black creates every color on the planet. Black creates every color on the planet because it's the universal color of God. Get that? That's why you're made black, because you're God's. These other beings try to teach you that that's bad, it's wrong to be black. Because you're out of your mind. And they lied to you. Because your melanin is more than just a color. It's a frequency. As I taught people, your blackness is a frequency. It's the frequency of God. With that frequency is how you go interdimensional, how you can fly, levitate, and fire come out your hands when you raise your vibration. Your melanin is the frequency of the creator itself. And you got people running around Africa skin bleaching and shit. Out of a rabbit ass mind. Got some white God, some white fake Jesus, unmelanated. Talking about he's God. Are you out of your rabbit ass mind? Yes, you are. Any white being can never be any God. God is black. From the dark, you get the light. Light is just a reflection of the darkness, of the void, of the Apsu. Creator sits in darkness, reflects itself. That's when you get light. Light turns into ether into matter. Whereas light with magnetism, which is masculine, so as it all creates this illusion, it shoots out light energy and shoots out magnetism, magnetics. So because the all is feminine and masculine energy, that's why you can't grow nothing without both. That's why homosexuality is wicked and wrong. Understand that? You must have female and male energy to create. Light is male, and well, light, or what you call electric, is male. Magnetism or magnetics is female. When you put electricity and magnetism at a speed of vibration, you get matter, the material world. The world that you can see around you is made from light and magnetics. You speed up the light, and then you slow it down, and the magnetic wraps around the light and crushes it into material form. And that's how you get matter. It's just nothing more. Slow down light is matter, surrounded by magnetic fields. That's why our body has an aura. That's a magnetic field. Your body is energy. That's why you can move and you're animated. But your body is a magnetic field. That's why you can shock somebody. It's magnetic. When you rub your electric, but you're housed in a magnetic field. Go ahead, Airtime.
All right.
So when we hit that DMT, we don't get some synthetic glitch. We get God. We
No.
get ancestral memory. We get the black womb of source. Because the spirit realm speaks in resonance, not randomness. And melanin is a resonant organ. But then
Resonance, the vibration.
what happens when you don't got the
Resonance means it's conducting light. It's resonant. It's conducting.
The ancestors' are primitive belief that AI is the future. So when they break open that portal, their mind projects a simulation. They don't meet the divine, they meet their own disconnection. Psychedelics don't just show you the truth, they amplify what you already carry. So a black mind rooted in harmony and memory, we meet serpents of light. We see the throne. We get the codes our bloodline already knew. But a mind raised in machines, hierarchy, and stereo logic, you're gonna meet a fractal interface with no soul. The cosmic customer service robot talking in binary. They want to act like that's the real DMT realm, like we're making up our visions. But let's be real. Who walked with the ancestors? Who mapped the stars before telescopes? Who knew the
We did.
the serpent, the pineal, and the collapse field? We did.
I knew it.
Machine elves. We got divine memory. So next time you hear him talk about DMT, just remember, the robotic elf ain't a guide. It's a glitch. It's a hologram of spiritual bankruptcy. The real ones see the temple, the goddess, the spiral, the serpent, the field, because we never left it. We are it.
All right. It's phase 2, you feel me? Phase 2 of my little shit. The system's takeover begins at home. Now that y'all are awake, listen close, because this ain't just about feelings. This is about structure. This is about strategy, and this is about taking control of every system that controls us. You want to win back your future? It's not about marching, and it's not about hashtags. It's multidisciplinary, it's multi-decade, it's psychological warfare. And we're going to win it through education, organization, and governance. Here's the formula, clean and clear. We're going to build the team. We're going to train the minds. We're going to collapse the system. We're going to rebuild it in our fucking image. Every soldier got to pick a path, a system to study and master, and in 20 years, we run it all. 1, we need political architects. We need to learn the game of laws, policy, and power. 2, we need economic commanders. We need to own the banks, the budgets, and the bag. 3, we need infrastructure goals. We need to control the roads, the water, and the power. 4, we need PsyOps maven. We got to shape thought, trend, and truth. 5, we need biotech gatekeepers. Own the health, the patents, and the bills. 6, we need a cybernet core. Dominate the code, the clouds, and the surveillance. 7, we need media overlords. Control the message, the myth, and the mood. 8, symbolic priests. We need to rewrite belief, ritual, and destiny. 9, we need shadow
rewrite belief
globally and watch the throne. 10, we need crisis operatives. Be the calm in chaos and order in the storm. They control us through these. We're going to take them back, not with guns, but with genius. But while the minds train up, we got to build at home too. Men, we know you tired. Work got you broke down, but the war ain't waiting. So take your tired ass outside, govern the block. Between you and the street niggas, ain't no excuse for it not to be safe for the kids to ride bikes and play ball. We ought to be ashamed. And here's the blessing. If we govern ourselves, we can keep them boys in blue to fuck up out our business. Women, we love you, but take your ass inside and read to them babies. Some food. McDonald's got to feed no warriors poison. We're degrading our biological genes by dumbing down the fuel. Thank you. This is how we build the sovereign ecosystem, because liberation is not a vibe, it's a discipline. And this renaissance you feel, this moment of excellence, rhythm.
He said liberation is not a vibe, it's a discipline. I love that.
It is.
Yeah, it's a discipline. That is true.
Beauty, black excellence. I mean, it better not be hollow. We cannot be dancing while dying, laughing while looted. If you really want freedom, don't just post about it. Study, train, build, govern, teach. This is not a phase. This is phase 2 of a divine revolution. And if you do your part, we will not just survive the system. We'll kill it and become the new one. Thank you.
Welcome.
Play the last bit I just sent you here, Tom.
Alrighty.
Understand why you're not supposed to be intermixing your seed. Because I told you, when you're creating a beast, the black woman's womb has a certain frequency that's different than all other people's wombs. The black woman is divine. You're not supposed to be putting your penis in a beast.
Jason
having
Haley
go ahead.
reminds me that I was a baby. My mother and father would hold me and get that electric shock, even touching hands. That's what he's saying.
There you go.
Mhm. Girl mosquito, who's that? Who's this dog? Why is he hiding his face? He's also saying he's a spiritual gangster. General Mosquito, you're funny. That's the video we were playing prior.
The spiritual gangster on the scene.
General Mosquito, also known as your presence. Yep, the known and unknown ancestors. That's Jason Hill saying that. And as we move forward to the next video.
And I mean what I say, and it's not to speak down on you or nothing like that. People.
The guy who talks about alkaline diet. I think I know him.
Ask me a question, I have to answer honestly and with a scientific mindset with it. When you check the womb of any other race and you check the resonant frequency or the pH balance of a black woman's womb and of her vagina, it resonates with the black man. The compatibility is balanced. When you check that with a white man or you check that with a Mongoloid or Asian, the resonant frequency, and even I have a video I can send to you that Dr. Sabi spoke on this as well. The resonant frequency, the electrical frequency is different.
Everything is frequency.
Our mineral is different from your mineral. Our mineral will be iron phosphate.
Pause that. Now this is what I'm trying to teach. This is what I'm trying to teach Airtime years ago. That we are different biologically. They're sulfur based, but they stink. Not my fault. I didn't make them shit. Don't blame me. These are facts. We're different biologically. These are facts. No, I didn't do it. At least I hope I didn't do it no past life, but I didn't do it. These are facts. If we resonate at a higher vibration, that's another fact. This is a known fact. African people vibrate at a higher frequency. It's a fact. So when you're with the beast and making beast babies, good luck to you. We just tell them these are facts. People get mad about facts. They say, people, we're all the same. And no, we're not. Sorry. That's a lie that they told you. Our ancestors told you years, 10,000, when they first got to, you're not to mess with these people. That's what they told us. Back then, you're not to fuck around. And no relationship with these people. This has been told 6,000, when they got 6,000 years ago, 6,000 years, this is told. It's on papyrus. You're not to do it. Go there, Tom.
Okay.
Zinc and Asian mineral is usually copper. So the main minerals that's in our blood dictate the frequency and the vibratory rate that's in our wombs, that's in our organ. Each organ has its own frequency and tone. Melanin, or what we're going to call carbon constituents or carbon constituent chains, is at a different frequency. We have neuromelanin, we have eumelanin, we have pheomelanin and cosmic melanin. Yeah, a lot of different races don't have neuromelanin at all. Y'all just have eul and pheomelanin. So
pause it. So we know, So we know pheomelanin is animal melanin. This is another fact. That's nothing about being racist. Pheomelanin, they all have this is animal melanin. How they got that? We're the only people that can resonate. Like I said, that's why they can't go past the ether. They can only go to what? The lower part of the astral plane, like the other guy said. That's why they see demons and robots. Because they can't go past the illusion, because they were created in the illusion to cause havoc to black people. All these races would cause havoc and to keep our vibration low with their hatred, all the anti-black hatred. That's why they exist. They can't go past the illusion because they were created in the illusion, not outside of it. We were created before any illusion exists. We are the all. We are the all. That's why we're carbonated. Why we have a functional pineal gland. Well, we're interdimensional. They are not. They can only go to the lower part of the astral realm. That's how when I got smart when I read Robert Monroe's book. Now I understood why he couldn't go no further. He said there's an invisible barrier that I can't go no further past. I was like, damn, when I was young, I was like, damn, why can't he do that? Why can't he go past this barrier? I didn't know because he was a white guy. I didn't know that, but I do now. When I was reading, I said, why can't he go past that shit? I know why now. Because he's an illusionary being. He can't leave the illusion because he is an illusion. All these other people are illusions. The only real entities on this planet are African people. We're the only real deal, Jack. That's why you're never going to be taught none of this. That's why the shamans don't give it back to you until you start waking up. All these other people are illusionary. That's some deep shit. They're an illusion. Because we know this whole existence is an illusion. Not even the existence, the people that's in it are illusions of what we call non-player characters. Remember when you play a video game and you got non-player characters?
Right.
They just walk around on code. They just do things because they're programmed to do those things.
Yeah.
That's what all other races are, non-player characters. Only character in the game is the black, the African. That's it. Because you're the only one that can leave the illusion. You're the only one here before the illusion was even created. You stand outside the illusion. They don't. Go there, Tom.
Okay.
Bodies that's different from y'all. So if you start matching frequencies that are out of tune with each other, you create what I would call a imbalance in creation or imbalance in a cell. So the cells come out already genetically weakened and it automatically come out mutating. And that's why you see a lot of mulatto or mixed children actually have a lot of social skill issues. They have a lot of mental issues. They suffer from a lot of depression. They have anger issues. And these are just statistics.
And pause at this, and this is a fact. And pause this. I got a mulatto nephew. And he is nutty as cat shit. He's nutty as cat shit. I was like, dang, boy, your son is crazy. Kid is weird. And my kids would say, man, you know, cousin Derek is weird, Dad. I said, yeah. He's got that blood, baby. When I asked my brother, because he's now grown, man, where your son at? Where's Derek at? I don't know, man. He don't ever call nobody weird. He weird. You know he's weird when he was a kid. You know he's a weirdo when he was a kid. And I told you that. This kid is weird. Those are white genetics you got in there, baby. These are facts. So, sorry, all you black people screaming for your white woman and your white man. Good luck to you. Go ahead, Todd.
It'll pop up showing you that mixing races and sharing cellular structure and DNA with a people that's not a part of your tribe, it have not only an intellectual deprivation from your mind, but it has a genetic mutation on the cells of the body. And your teacher, your great teacher, Dr. Sebi, taught the same thing.
All righty. That's it.
All right, there we go.
Right.
That's it. Say I'm teaching you about alkaline water every time. He tell you guard your coochie from white folks.
Right.
He tell you all kinds of alkalinity every time. Because you're alkaline, they're not. This shit goes deep. It's a real crazy.
You're cutting off.
Video.
All right.
Christians, let me
Go
tell
back to
you.
your video, Irriton.
I'm sorry?
You hear me?
Yes.
Bad ear.
I can
I
hear
said go
you.
back to your go back to your video.
I
Back
should
to your
go back.
video.
I'm sorry?
Go back to the video that you go back to the video you were playing first.
Okay.
Your video, the video you. Oh, but I also sent you one more. Right, I forgot. I sent you one more video. What you play? I sent you one more video. Check your phone. I sent you one more video. What you play?
Should I go to the prior video or continue to the next video?
I go to the last one I just sent you,
Okay.
and then we'll go to your video when you had.
It's not author.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a man. It's a black woman from Africa. Her name is Mitochondrial Eve. Let's start with this fact. Mitochondria is not a theory. She's proven science. She is the genetic mother of every human alive today.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't no Adam, wasn't no rib.
God, before your Bible, before your Jesus, before the word God was ever invented, and long before English left a white man's lips. Let that sink in. You, yes, you, carry her mitochondrial DNA passed down through your mother and hers. She lived over 150,000, 200,000 years ago in East Africa, not 6,000 years ago in some garden with a talking snake. Now cue the Christian panic. Well, how did she get here? Who created her? How did she get pregnant if it wasn't Adam? You never ask your pastor those questions. You never question the Bible. You never challenge your religion. But let science show up with facts. Now suddenly you need proof? Let's break it all the way down. How did mitochondrial Eve get here? Through evolution. She wasn't the first human. She was the most recent common maternal ancestor of all people alive today. She was born, not created out of thin air. She didn't fall from the sky. She came from a lineage of evolving beings, just like all life on Earth. How did she get pregnant? Through reproduction. The same biological system that's existed millions of years before the Bible was ever created. No Adam, no rib, no garden drama, just science, just nature, just divine alignment. Why does her DNA matter? Because it's in you, right now, in your blood, in your cells. Her mitochondrial DNA has never stopped traveling, generation after generation. This isn't belief, it's biology, it's evidence. Every human starts as female in the womb. Before a man becomes male, his body forms from the female blueprint. That's not opinion, it's embryology. So yes, you were a woman first in your mother's womb. Still don't believe it? Let me list all the parts of a woman that men still have, because y'all didn't evolve from a man, you evolved from a woman. The female blueprint men carry. Nipples, because all fetuses start female. Areolas, from the early stages of breast tissue. Mitochondrial DNA, passed only through the mother. A tailbone, evolution's leftover from the same structure in all mammals. X chromosome, men only get one, women carry two. Umbilical navel, proof you were once completely dependent on a woman's body. Brain wiring, hormonal development begins with female patterns before testosterone changes it. So next time someone tells you woman came from man's rib, ask why every man walks around carrying her parts. Christians only use critical thinking when facts show up. You'll never question the Bible, the preacher, the Holy Ghost, or a story with talking animals. But the moment someone shows up with science, DNA, fossil evidence, embryology, and logic, now y'all demand receipts. Let's be real. You've been programmed to obey, not think. The Bible never talks about the formation of stars, the chemical structure of air, the origin of the moon, the rotation of planets, the galaxies that surround us. And you call that a divine creation story? That's mythology, not science. Adam and Eve are symbols, not real people. Adam saw as mankind. Eve, life giver. No DNA,
Yeah, eat me.
no graves, no evidence, no ancestry, just metaphor, just myth. Religion erased her to erase you in ancient African systems. The womb was sacred. The woman was divine. Creation was feminine first, but colonizers flipped it, demonized women, created a male god, gave you the father, erased your mother. Now you kneel in church to a male sky god and call the feminine evil. Final truth, mitochondrial Eve is your real root. You were not created from a rib. You were not saved by a man. You came from a black woman, the divine mother of all, and you carry her inside you, not in a book, not in a belief, but in your literal DNA. Awakening truth. Every man carries the body parts of a woman because he came from her, not from dust, not from a rib, from the first and forever womb. African spirituality after leaving Christianity isn't just about switching beliefs. It's about remembering who you were before you were told who to be. Here's a deep, direct breakdown of what it truly means. 1. African spirituality is not a religion. It's not a set of rules. It's not based on belief, faith, or fear. There's no book, no one-size-fits-all savior, and no promise of eternal punishment if you don't obey. It's a way of life, a connection to nature, to your ancestors, to your energy, and to the divine within you. 2. You don't pray. You align. You stop begging. You stop waiting for a God in the sky to fix your problems. You start realizing the power is within you, not outside of you. Rituals, meditation, ancestral offerings, nature walks, dreams, divination, herbs, and rhythm, these become your sacred tools. 3. You reconnect with ancestors, not worship them. You don't worship the dead. You honor those who walked before you. Your ancestors are your spiritual guides. Their DNA is in your blood. Their wisdom lives through you. In African spirituality, death isn't the end. It's just transformation.
That the African knew was no such thing as
You
death.
don't fear sin. You understand balance. There's no devil. There's no eternal hellfire. There's no good versus evil in the Western sense. African spirituality teaches duality, balance, and consequence. It's about harmony between yourself, your community, your ancestors, and the universe. 5. You deprogram and decolonize. After leaving Christianity, African spirituality helps you unlearn the guilt, the shame, the fear of hell, the idea that you're born broken, the belief that salvation comes from outside of you. Instead, you learn that you are divine, that your melanin is power, and that your culture is sacred. 6. It looks different across the continent and diaspora. There's no single version of African spirituality. You have Ifa, Yoruba, Nigeria, Kemetic science, ancient Egypt, Akan cosmology, Ghana, Vodun, Benin, Togo, Zulu spirituality, South Africa, Hoodoo, rootwork, African American, Candomblé and Santeria, Brazil and Cuba, Afro-Caribbean, and more. Each tradition is local, ancestral, and powerful, preserved despite slavery, colonization, and religious conversion. Final thought. Leaving Christianity doesn't mean being lost. It means returning home. African spirituality is the bridge between your ancestors and your future. It doesn't ask you to believe. It invites you to remember. Let me say this with love
Alrighty.
and logic. God is not real, not the way they told you. Before you scream the blood of Jesus, let me break it down. 1. God is a human concept. The word God didn't fall from the heavens. It wasn't etched in the stars. It was created by humans. A word, a label, a concept. The word God, as we know it, is less than 1,500 years old. Before that, every culture had their own words for the divine. Kemet, Egypt; Ra, Auser; Ma'at, Yoruba; Olodumare, Orisha; India, Brahman; Shiva, Kali; China, Tao, Chi; Greece, Zeus, Gaia; natives, Great Spirit, Earth Mother. But this version of God, a man in the sky, sitting on a throne, demanding worship, that came with Europe, a colonizer's God, packaged, politicized, weaponized, delivered by missionaries with a Bible in one hand and chains in the other. 2. The energy has no name. The true source, the divine energy behind all life, has no language, no faith.
That has no name.
No church. It's not
Right.
Christian, not Muslim, not Hebrew. It's the force of creation itself, the same force that grows trees, beats your heart, births galaxies, and moves the ocean. That energy, you're made of it. 3. Even your Bible admits it. Genesis says, you were made in the image of God. So if God is spirit, and you're made in that image, then what are you? Energy, power, the spark of creation itself. But instead of recognizing that, they boxed the infinite into a book, gave it a name, and said, worship this, fear this, submit. They created religion to control people, not to awaken them. 4. Don't fall for the translation game. Some Christians will say, it's just a translation. That's not what it originally meant. But how many times are you going to retranslate a lie to make it sound like truth? If the energy behind the universe is limitless, why would you limit it to one book, one religion, one name? You can't box the sun. You can't trademark the sky. And you damn sure can't shrink the creator into a character. Final truth. The energy you're searching for, it's not outside you. It's within you. Always has been. You don't need to pray to a sky god to be saved. You need to remember who you are. You are not a servant of some angry deity. You are not born in sin. You are the image of creation, the child of the universe, the living proof that God was never a man, because God is in everything, and everything is in you. Let me ask a real question. Why is it when the pastor needs a house, he asks the congregation to pay for it, but when you need a house, he tells you to pray about it? Make it make sense. He gets a mortgage-free house, a brand new car, a vacation to the Holy Land, a congregation-funded lifestyle. You get, God's gonna make a way. Sow a seed.
But the church people are still suckers.
Ride back to your one-bedroom apartment with no AC. You're not a disciple, you're a donor. They say God provides, but apparently you're the one providing for him. So let me say this with love. If you're paying for someone else's dream while being told to pray for your own, you're not being blessed. You're being hustled. Final thought. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. But in church, it sounds more like, give and he shall receive. And when you finally ask where your blessing is, they say, don't question God. I'm not questioning God. I'm questioning your pastor's cash app. Death doesn't exist. Let me wake you up real quick. Because what you call death is not an end. It's a transition, a transformation, a return. Let me break it down, step by step. Step 1. You're not just a body. You've been told you are your body, that when your heart stops beating, it's game over. But even science agrees. Energy cannot be destroyed. It only transforms. So who you are, you're
I think we had an issue there, just technical issue.
consciousness, your essence, can't die. It just shifts forms. Step 2. Death is a man-made fear. Religions made you fear death to control how you live. Obey or burn in hell. Do good so you'll go to heaven. But guess what? Your ancestors didn't fear death. They understood it. They didn't see it as punishment. They saw it as elevation, ancestral return, spirit realm awakening. Step 3. You've died before. Let me hit you with this. Before you were born, you were in another form. Then you entered a womb, went through darkness, and were reborn into this life. You don't remember it because you had to forget to experience. When you die from this world, it's just the next transition, not punishment, not flames, not fear. Step 4. You've been programmed to forget colonizers taught you to fear death because a fearful mind is easy to control. So they erased your ancestral knowledge, gave you heaven or hell, and kept you trapped between fear and obedience. But your soul, it's ancient. It remembers. Step 5. You are the infinite loop. The sun dies and rises. The moon wanes and returns. The seed decays and sprouts again. Everything in nature dies to be reborn. So do you. You are not here to die. You are here to transform, over and over again. Final thought. Death doesn't exist. Only transformation does. Only return. Only awakening. You were taught to fear it so you'd never realize. You are eternal. And once you know that, no book, no religion, no threat of hell can ever control you again. How to pray in African spirituality. No more begging. First, unlearn colonized prayer. Christianity taught us to beg for forgiveness, call ourselves sinners, submit to an outside force. African spirituality teaches you are divine. Your ancestors walk with you. The Creator is within, not above. Step 1, know who you're speaking to. In African spirituality, you're not praying to a god in the sky. You're connecting with the Creator, Olodumare, Ama, Nzambi, etc. Nature, your Ori, spiritual consciousness. Your ancestors, Orisha or guiding spirits, like Ogun, Yemoja, Eshu. Step 2, prayer is alignment, not worship. You're not begging, you're aligning. Prayer is saying, I give thanks, I remember who I am, I activate my truth. Step 3, set the space. No church needed. Prepare your space with a candle, fire, water, libation, earth, stone, plant, or dirt, incense or
Exactly.
your breath,
Libation.
prayer, a sacred object or photo. Step 4, speak with power, not fear. Example, I honor the Creator within me. I thank my ancestors. I activate my Ori for guidance and clarity. I walk in truth, strength, and purpose. Step 5, repeat daily to raise your energy. Don't wait for a crisis. Speak to your spirit every day. Even 2 to 3 minutes consistently builds spiritual momentum. Step 6, pour libation and give gratitude. Pour clean water and say, to my ancestors known and unknown, I thank you. Guide me as I move forward. Water connects you to the spiritual realm. It's a living force. Step 7, affirm, don't beg. You are the miracle. Your words are the spell. Say, I speak protection. I speak clarity. I speak abundance. I create with my voice. Step 8, use night prayer for reflection before sleep. I return to spirit tonight. May my soul receive wisdom. May my dreams reveal what I need to know. Your dreams are sacred messages. Step 9, morning prayer for direction upon waking. I rise in power. My path is clear. My energy is aligned. I walk with the strength of my lineage. Speak this into your day before anything else. Step 10, end with Ashe, not Amen. Ashe means, so it is. Let it manifest. It is done. It seals your words with power and intention. Final word, you are not a sinner asking to be saved. You are a divine being remembering your power. You don't need to go outside yourself. You are the altar. You are the prayer. You are the connection. Speak it. Live it. Ashe. To everyone in my comments and my DMs calling me
Ashe.
atheist, you're showing your programming. Let me
Very
make something
stupid
crystal
atheist.
clear. I'm not an
It's
atheist.
stupid.
I'm awakened. There's a big difference. Atheist means you reject all belief in any higher power. Awakened means you've broken free from the system designed to keep you spiritually asleep. I didn't walk away from religion because I lost faith. I walked away because I finally started asking questions y'all were too afraid to ask. Y'all pray to a European god, read a colonizer's book, follow rules made by church councils, and when someone says, I don't believe in that version, you panic and call them lost. No, I'm not lost. I found myself. I stopped waiting for a savior to fall from the sky and started realizing the divine power is already within me. You say, God is in control. I say you were born with the power to create, heal, and manifest. You say the Bible is the truth. I say truth doesn't need a translator or a church building. You say Jesus saved you. I say it was you who got up, healed, pushed through, and saved yourself. Even your own Bible says, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. So why do y'all act like you powerless without a middleman? Let me be real, I'm not here to destroy your belief. I'm here to show you that you've been conditioned to ignore your own power. Religion taught you to bow. Spiritual awakening teaches you to rise. Final thought. Don't confuse my awakening with rebellion. Don't call me an atheist because I don't believe in your version of God. I don't need a religion to feel connected. I am not godless. I am limitless. Christian.
That is true. We have Gerald Mosquito saying, man, I miss Crawford Dollar. Where did he go, Gerald Mosquito? I wonder. But
You miss who? What do you mean?
Crawford Dollar?
Crawford Dollar. Again, I think that charlatan's still around somewhere. This little moronic ass Negro preacher talking nonsense. He out there somewhere.
All right. Really, G Pajama, you're too funny. Oh my gosh. Can I play a video of the festival before we move forward?
Yeah. Go ahead. Of course.
Alrighty, family. I'm gonna play a video of Dr. Tata's festival that's gonna be happening next week in Germany. She created this for us to actually check it out. Okay, here we go.
From Cameroon to the world, yeah, we are gathered as one people, spreading the love for motherland, yeah. As we hail Mama Africa, we left home to feed home. We don't suffer, now we celebrating. We left home to feed home. We celebrating 25th anniversary, no. Africa, 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 Africa.
Okay, I have another one. Hope it's not the same thing.
Tonight, my Africa Festival.
Mode Africa Festival, Tübingen, Germany.
Oh, we sing the song for the nations, the colors of the land, what a rainbow. Though we fall, but we never give up. We beat now the drums of freedom. Ubuntu, Ah, le, 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 le. Ah, le, 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 le. Oh, ah, le, 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 le. Ah, le, 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 le. Oh, ah, le, 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 le.
The voice pronouncing on the hills is sounding from the Shari, from where the Mongo meanders, the Kilimanjaro to the land of Ibrahim Traore. Africa, Niger, we see the future, we rise. Kosisika Traore, Africa, arise, arise. The look of Africa.
Now I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We standing strong and we taking over. Mother Earth, it is calling us now. Africa, we taking over. Ubuntu, the spirit of Africa. We unite as one.
Susan Tatar, Pamela girl.
Seven the formula.
Africa Festival. Africa Festival.
Oh yeah, man.
Africa Festival. Africa Festival. Africa Festival. Africa Festival. Africa Festival. Africa
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes, Jibber Jabber. Get it. Mr. Newsom, how you're there. That's Dr. Tata's festival that's going to be happening next week. So everybody's
That's
welcome
what's
to Germany.
Guys got tickets to Germany. I mean, the only ones that get close to Germany is your mosquito. He just hop on a damn train and can be there in a couple of hours. Us, we got to take a flight, but should be a lot of fun. I wish you nothing but great success.
Yeah. Different cultures. I think the foods are going to be amazing. The different kind of delicacies are going to be fantabulous.
Would you say kind of who? Kind of what?
The food.
Delicacy. Say it again. Say it again every time. Say delicacy.
Delicacy.
Oh, now you see. Now you mimic. I want you to do with your own accent. That's it, family. Must know. Go make sure you go get you some delicacies that are in Germany. I'm sure they're pretty good.
Please represent us, General Mosquito, okay? With a little bit of dance, you know?
Go over there with your British accent.
Yeah, and you're like, Ubuntu forever. Are you okay?
Hello, Dr. Tata. You got some water and chips? Water? No, they said no. They'll say water. Water. You got some water and chips?
Can I have some fufu? Do you have some fufu?
Nobody ate that shit. Said, it was disgusting. Nobody had some cassava. Nobody had some cassava. That said, stuff is disgusting. I forgot the name of the soup she had, but yeah, Joe will be back. on Monday, I'm gonna share some pictures of with you guys of the restaurant in the WhatsApp chat room. Right after the show, I send you guys some photos. They've already started the process now, building it out. So, like I said, get your passports together. I want us to all go down when it opens, have a good time, you know. Smack General Mosquito upside the head for messing with that Nigerian lady. Anyway, you know, we all go down there, have a good time, and eat good food. It won't be Nigerian though, but
all kind of foods though.
if you know, American comfort food, ribs, cornbread, mac and cheese,
mac and
fried,
cheese,
right?
my favorite.
Mac and cheese, yeah, that's what. Debbie had the first taste of cornbread every time. She went crazy. Man, this cornbread. You gonna eat your cornbread, Joby?
Yes. It's nice. Mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, ribs, all, you know, candy yams, sweet potato pie, red velvet cake.
Red velvet
cake. You know, strawberry cheesecakes, you know, just the normal Southern comfort food.
Cheesecake every day, yeah.
Cheesecake is the. I know you had cheesecake every time. What you doing eating cheesecake? How's every time to all these cuisines and Joby and them don't know what the hell we talking about?
It's so delicious. Like it's like you're in a different world. It's like, oh my god, I'm in heaven.
That's right, exactly. Some cheesecake is better than sex every time. It melts in your mouth like, ooh, wait.
It's just like, whoa, what happened to me?
That was right. It's better than any orgasm I've ever had. Woo, shit.
Cheesecake every day, any day.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say, like I said, I'm gonna share some photos. I mean, some pictures of the place is starting to get built out, guys, in the WhatsApp chat room as soon as we get done. So much love, family. See everybody back here Monday. Joby and them are heading back now. She'll be back Monday. So.
Jeepers Elroy say every time running with those white folks. That's why I know all those words.
Exactly. That's what you know them because they still are. I didn't want. You said it, Jim, but I didn't want to say it. I know that's what she knows. I know. I know what she knows. Mac and cheese and cheesecakes and sweet potato pies and all that old shit. I know.
It's okay. You can call
and cornbread. You know. Yeah. You tell Shimani and Joby like, what? What's that? What are you talking? You might as well be speaking Chinese to their ass. Ding chong bong bong chong.
But it's so delicious. Oh my gosh.
So let's not family. Every time wrap it on up.
Yeah, I had a very educational.
Like I said, check the WhatsApp chat room. I'll be sending pictures over. I wish your money would have took some more, but Sharon took like 4 or 5 of days walking through. And the video wasn't long. I said, what kind of video is this? Anyway, that's all she did. But the next time they go, a lot of it's going to be built out. We were eating cheese. I'll be stuffing Erica's face with cheesecake. Eat that.
Sweet potato pie, red velvet.
Right. That's right, red velvet.
Perfect.
That's what's up.
Perfect. Thank you guys for having me for the 2 weeks.
What's up, fam?
Educational time. I'm having a moment.
Yeah, 2 weeks went by fast, didn't it? Damn.
I know, it was so fast, but I learned a lot. Thank you guys for literally accommodating me. I had such a magical moment.
What's up?
Every day.
That's what's up.
Yes,
so we'll see Airtime Monday on the morning show with Shimani, back to the regular schedule. Joby right. Back. You guys know I do Joby. I get talk shit to Joby ass. Shut up, Joby. Every time I had to be a little kind with, had to be a little gentle.
We'll get there. Pulley. I'll get there. I'll get there. But I had a very educational time. I have a lot to like go and research and relearn again. So thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Much love, family. Have a good weekend.
Yes.
And I will be doing a show tomorrow. I'm not home tonight. But I will be doing. I think I'll be home Saturday and Sunday. If I'm not right, I'll be doing the show Saturday and Sunday this weekend.
All right.
That's if I'm home on Sunday, but I will be doing one tomorrow.
All righty. That's fun.
It's been a month and a half here time. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Yes,
Yeah.
Jibba Jabba saying next time. Jibba Jabba is saying next
Peace, man. I'm going out there. Peace, man. I'm going out.
Thank you, guys. Jibba Jabba, Jason, Bart, everybody. Thank you for having me. Have a very magical and beautiful week, and I'm sending you so much love in life. Take care. I had a great time.
Yeah, peace, man. I'm going there. Peace.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Here is Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, all the way in Switzerland. And I'm reaching out to all of our brothers and sisters on the African continent. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio. And
You're now listening to the best music.
Feel the freshness.
You're now listening to the best music.
1 hour of the hottest tracks and coolest mashups of the moment.
You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio. And you're listening to
Feel the hits. Feel the freshness.